Iniciamos una vez más en esta entrevista. Tenemos la oportunidad de tener a Simon Phillips, un gran actor, nacido en Irlanda, pero muy importante, grandes producciones. Más adelante nos acontecerá un poco sobre su carrera actoral, algo sumamente importante. Agradezco a Joan, quien está acompañándome, y agradezco a Andrés por ser el moderador. Simon, primero quiero preguntarle cómo le, cómo le ha ido hace 3 días cuando estrenó Stealing Chaplin. ¿Cómo le ha parecido toda esta gira, todo?
Simon, first question. How is it going since the premiere of your last work? Stanley Chaplin is the number? Is the name?
Yes, it's going very well, thank you. We had a fantastic premiere screening of it in Las Vegas, and we've had premieres in Wisconsin, and we've had a theatrical release in London, in England, and it's been fantastic. The audience seemed to like the movie, so I'm very, very happy at the moment. So I was at the screening, and everybody was laughing, and that's what we wanted. So it's very good, very good.
Hey, John, que ya fue el estreno en Las Vegas, ya lo vieron en Wisconsin, que la gente respondió bien, se ha reído, y en general que muy bien. Ahí te trae, lo resumí.
Sí, también es muy importante que yo vi todas las críticas sobre el IMDb, muy favorable, 10 de 10, muy importante saber conocerlo, y dígale que lo felicito. Y también increíble el barbijo que tenía en el video que me envió hace rato.
John is telling you that he has read the critics, says step from 10 to 10 and at IMDb, and he said that the, I don't know in English, the how do you say in English, the tapabocas, the cover here, I don't know how do you say in English. Amazing. He said the
masks. Yes,
the mask,
I have it right here. So you see, for the movie, they give us all these masks.
Wow. Bueno,
so that we're safe, you see.
Sí, muy importante. Bueno, comenzamos a saber un poco más sobre la carrera de Simon, el cual quisiera preguntarle sobre desde qué perspectiva él ha aprendido a identificar sus virtudes en el momento de su trayectoria actoral y antes de convertirse en actor.
Okay, Simon. The question is, when was the moment what you perceived that you got acting abilities before you start acting, and when you start developing the acting? When was the time when you say, "Oh my God, I really got these abilities. I'm going to perfect them. I'm going to keep acting"?
My mother was an actress, so it helped me a lot when I was young. I was a young boy, and I always liked being in the theater and on stage when I was young. So when I was an adult, I decided to go to like proper drama school, acting school, and then I just kept going. I've been doing it for 20 years, so it's a long time, and I do lots of projects. You see, they're all so I've been going a long time. I'm an old man.
Simon dijo que la mamá es actriz, que siempre tuvo, digamos, como, y eso lo motivó, siempre quiso estudiar drama, lleva 20 años en eso, y que pues él dice que ya es un hombre viejo, y que miren todas las películas que él ha hecho. O sea que resumen que fue gracias a la mamá, que era actriz, y que quiso estudiar drama por eso.
Joan, le doy la palabra para que indagues.
Hi, Simon.
Hello.
Quería preguntarle cómo es el proceso para usted aprenderse un guión, cuánto tiempo tarda, y en el momento de actuar, exactamente cómo hace para manejar el tema del acento, cómo se prepara para ello.
A great question. Okay, Joan asks, how is the process for you to learn a script, to prepare your character, and most important, to the accent, to develop an accent? Uh, that's the question.
Well, you know, at drama school, at acting school, they teach you a lot of tricks to remember lots of text, and you know, it's like it's like an exercise for the brain. It's just if you do it all the time, you get better and better. You can remember lots of dialogue, but if you do it every day, you improve very slowly, and that's the easiest way for me to do it. In terms of the characters, that's you know, that's all from the script. So it's all the script is written, and you can ask the director questions, you ask the writers questions, and they, you know, hopefully they take some suggestions, and then you bring something extra to the character yourself, and that includes the voice, the accent. In Stealing Chaplin, I did my own voice, but in other movies, I do American accents or whatever is required by the director. Whatever the director says, he's the boss.
Okay, que él tiene, gracias a su formación teatral, pues él aprendió esos trucos para aprenderse primero los guiones, que pues el primer truco es leer, para las voces, pero que generalmente los directores son los jefes y los directores son los que dan las indicaciones. Entonces, y que bueno, que digamos que en una gran cantidad de películas él hace su acento irlandés, pero sí, si los directores se lo piden, hace el acento estadounidense.
Iván, puede continuar.
Por supuesto. Simon, también quería preguntar, ¿cuál es la diferencia entre grabar en Europa y grabar en Estados Unidos? ¿El tema de la infraestructura importa o siempre los equipos técnicos son iguales en ambas partes del mundo?
Joan, aquí te robo porque yo quiero hacer una pregunta similar, pero entonces la hago después, ¿listo? Pero,
listo.
Ok, Simon.
Yeah.
What is the difference to record in Europe and in the United States? I don't know, in terms of the equipment or directing, or I don't know. What is the difference?
You know, today there's not much difference. It's all, the equipment is the same, the process is the same. Every director is a bit different because they have their own personality. Some directors like to do a lot of rehearsals. Some directors like to do no rehearsals. Some directors want you to be very precise on every word on the script, and some directors want you to improvise. So the equipment and the making a movie is the same in Europe, I think, as it is everywhere. But the process is sometimes different because of the creative idea of the director. So how they like to work. Sometimes they like to do things very fast, and sometimes they like to take very slow. Every director is different.
Okay, que no hay mucha diferencia, digamos, en cuestiones de equipos o algo en países, pero que las diferencias se notan es en los directores. Que hay directores que les gusta grabar muy rápido, otros que les gusta ir muy lento, pero que en general el proceso es el mismo, venga el país, venga. John, te pido esta pregunta que tiene que ver con la anterior.
Dale.
Okay, Simon, I got a question is from myself, and it's like the sequel of the last question. One of the movies I always wanted to see, forgive me, and you know, not doing it, is Gehenna. I read a lot of reviews and say, oh, I gotta see that movie. And I have read that you have worked with many directors from many countries, not only England and United States, directors from Asia, directors from many places. Not only what is the difference to work with different directors, but how do you learn from them to start directing? Because you're also director.
Good question. Very good question. Everybody has their own personality, their own style of how they like, and they know what they like, hopefully. So every director likes something different, and they'd like to work with something different. Yeah, I've worked with directors from all over the world. And sometimes, you know, what's very interesting is sometimes like this scenario, they don't speak very good English, and I don't speak Japanese, or I don't speak Spanish, or you know, whatever the language of the director is. Or I did a movie in Italy, I don't speak Italian. You know, I've been everywhere. But it's very personal. So you look and sometimes you understand something without words, sort of the guy is like, Simon, I need you, and you're like, I understand, sort of, I don't need him to understand the language. I know what he means. He's like, so it's very visual communication sometimes. And if you're with the director and you're right there, you understand each other. It's funny. The language is sometimes not important. It's the emotions that are important.
Ok, bueno, John, yo le pregunté, para seguir con la pregunta de Joan, que una de las películas que siempre he querido ver es la de Gehenna, y que yo sé que él ha trabajado con directores no solo de Europa, sino también de Asia. Entonces, ¿cuál es la diferencia y qué aprendió de ellos pues, para su proceso como director? Dice que él ha trabajado con directores de Italia, de Japón, que muchas veces no entienden el idioma inglés, pero que él es muy visual. Entonces, si el director le hace entender que tiene que hacer una escena donde hay que enojarse, él se enoja. Entonces, que ese acercamiento personal con los directores es lo que genera este trabajo. Entonces, John, yo creo que se puede seguir preguntando sobre la faceta de director.
Pero más bien voy a reflejar el tema sobre el papel de Santa, en el de cuáles son esas, por ejemplo, diferencias que le puede connotar para que él vea como esas actitudes, esas lecciones importantes, interpretando as Once Upon a Time in Christmas a Una Vez Antes en la Navidad. ¿Cuáles esos poderes, esas falencias que él ha descubierto, pero también las ha afrontado?
Okay, Simon, John, the question is, in the process to do the role of Santa in Once Upon a Time, Christmas.
Yeah.
I understand because the question was tricky, but how was the process to find, I don't know, I mean, the character, because it's a dark character, I don't know, the dark places, the human fails, and bring it to do that kind of Santa?
So a good question, very good question. So sometimes when you play a character who isn't real, like he is not an accountant or a doctor or a lawyer or something, it's not a real Santa Claus. It's not a real person. So people don't understand like it's a monster, like Freddy Krueger or Jason or one of these very famous people, but they're not real. So you have to make them human. Like you have to make them believe that it's real. So it's a little different. You have to be. I wanted him to be scary, so I wanted Santa Claus is very nice and very happy and stuff like that. But he had this like makeup, and he was his face was burned, and he couldn't see out of his eye. So for me, I wanted the audience. I worked with the director on this, and I made it so that you never see him sleep. You never see him eating food. You never see him on the phone call. You never see him. He has a wife in the movie. They never kiss. They don't do anything human. It makes them a monster and not real, like scary, because they seem immortal, sort of. So they seem that you can't kill them. So that's what sometimes that's very scary if you can't work out what someone. If we're humans, you and I and everything, we have weaknesses. We get tired. We get hungry. We get emotional. Sort of. If somebody just doesn't have that and they ignore that, it can be very scary. Sort of if you want it to be. So that and. I had a lot of makeup to help make it scary. I've got pictures here somewhere of the makeup. Hold on one second.
La de atrás de él está la de Santa.
Es que va a buscar el maquillaje. Ok, mientras le traduzco. Que entendiendo que Santa es conocido en la cultura. Simon, I'm translating. Mira, Luz.
See, he's very, 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 very scary.
Dile que si recibiré un buen regalo al final de esta entrevista, o si no, ¿qué me espera?
John says, I will translate. John says that Santa will give you a present to us at the end of the interview or not.
Yes, it's true.
Ok, sí, John dijo que así resumiendo, que Santa siempre ha sido percibido como un ser nice, un ser bien, y él quiso, así como en el imaginario, nosotros ya sabemos cómo es Freddy Krueger, cómo es Jason, entonces dijo que para quitarle qué respuesta tan brutal, para quitarle ese aspecto humano a Santa, podemos ver que en la película este Santa no lo vemos comiendo, tiene una esposa pero no la besa, una serie de elementos que hacen que Santa no se vea humano y que el maquillaje ayuda muchísimo. Pues, y que hiciste una buena pregunta, justamente.
Antes de darle la palabra a Joan, quisiera saber que me intriga mucho porque vi en el computador su papel de Owen Watson en Carniceros. Dile, ¿cómo realizó una participación tan notable? ¿Qué pudo aprender ante esta cinta?
Pero dime cómo se llama en inglés.
Butcher.
Butcher. Ok.
Owen Watson, su papel.
Butchers,
Butcher,
yes.
Butcher. Yeah. John is asking that he got so impressed with the role of Owen Watson in Butchers. How did you create it? He's so impressed, man. So please.
Okay, so with Butchers, again, very different director, Adrian Langley. He created the characters. He created all the script, and again, he wanted this one was a different one for me because it was an American character from the United States of America, and I was playing one brother. We were two brothers, and we're evil brothers, the cannibal brothers, sort of. And we're very evil guys, and we are both from England, and we're both playing American. So we're both from England, both playing American. So together, Adrian the director helped us, but I actually worked a lot with my co-star, my actor who played my brother. So we worked together to create the relationship. Like I was the evil thinking one, and he was the strong killing one. Sort of. So it was a partnership, if you like, and sometimes you're very lucky, and you get somebody that you trust to work with creatively, and that was Michael, my partner on that one. So that was very nice for me, that project.
John, que toda la creación del personaje fue gracias al trabajo con el director, con Adrian, y que pues fue un trabajo muy difícil, porque bueno, tengo entendido que los personajes no son ingleses, son americanos, y que aquí hay una cuestión de un juego de hermanos, donde pues Simon era el malvado y pensador, y el otro era más el activo, el de acción. Entonces, gracias a este trabajo con la coestrella y con el director, él fue creando esa dinámica. Tengo que ver esa película, ya sí me sé.
Joan, le doy la palabra, con mucho gusto.
Listo. Quería preguntarle a Simon respecto a cuántas horas se le suele dedicar en un rodaje al vestuario y al maquillaje, porque me parece que en el género que él trabaja, que es la acción, es algo muy importante.
Hey, a very important question, Simon. How many hours does it take to not only prepare a character, but the makeup? Because that genre that you do, the action genre, got lots of preparation, lots of previous work. So how is the normal day, I don't know, for you to make Santa or your role to make it? How is it?
So for Santa, it's very easy to get into the character because you put the suit on and then they spend like 4 hours doing the makeup and everything and the teeth and when it's finished, you feel like a monster because everybody is looking at you like, ugh, like this, disgusting. So it's really easy to get into character when everybody kind of they're like, I don't like it. So for Santa, it's very easy. The makeup process and the costume, and they give you the axe and stuff. It's very easy to get into character because people are already treating you like the bad guy. They don't talk to you normally. They don't talk to you at all.
Okay, no, que 4 horas, por ejemplo, el cuestión de Santa, pero que él dice que es muy fácil porque en todo el proceso de ponerse el traje y el maquillaje es tan realista que la gente aún asume que él es malo. Entonces dice que eso le facilita, digamos, a entrar más rápido en en el proceso del personaje, pero bueno, 4 horas son 4 horas.
John, ¿puede preguntarle una vez más?
También quisiera preguntar, ¿cómo suele ser al momento de grabar con las cámaras? ¿El director les pide que repitan varias veces la misma escena para grabar desde diferentes ángulos o graban con varias cámaras al mismo tiempo?
Okay, Simon, in the process of your movies, the director usually asks you to do the same take over and over, or the directors choose to work with different cameras? That's the question of John.
Again, different directors do different things. Like Paul Tanter, who does the Santa movie and stuff like that, he likes to get different shots, different angles. So, but he's also very good with letting me improvise or do something, you know, sort of. So he's very good at that. Sort of, he's able to be flexible but he likes a lot of options. He takes lots of footage, lots of, you know, he films the same scene multiple times from multiple different angles and make sure that it's good. Some directors will only do it like one way. They film with one camera, they want one shot, like more of a choreography, and they have a very clear vision in their mind about what they want. And you know, sometimes this way is good, sometimes this way is good. It depends on the movie. When you're making horror movies, sometimes it's good to have a lot of options because you want choices in the post-production. So, yeah, different directors do different things. So I've done it both ways, and both ways is successful as long as the director knows what they're doing.
Ok, Joan, que igual que la respuesta anterior es que diferentes directores, diferentes opciones, que para Santa era un director que sí le gustaba hacer varias tomas, pero que en otras cintas sí habían directores que coreografiaban todo muy bien y lo hacían en una sola toma. Entonces que igual ha tenido la suerte de trabajar con ambos y que en el cine de terror él siente que la mejor opción es tener varias tomas de donde escoger. Y que en Santa había una opción, que lo dejaban improvisar. Entonces yo creo que por eso hacían varias tomas, ¿no? Qué buen consejo.
Uy, muy importante esa pregunta. Bueno, ahora sí se viene lo chido, como decía alguien. Lo más destacable que quiero preguntarle a Simon André es ¿cómo puede él sacar esas conclusiones o cuál es la lección más importante que le deja el estar en Obsesión y en Dystopia? O sea, ¿qué él rescata de esas dos grandes producciones que él ha hecho?
Okay, Simon, what are the teachings, the lessons that gave you the role that you made in both movies, in Dystopia and Obsession?
War y Obsesión.
Okay, the warning in Obsession.
The which one? The warning.
Yes.
The warning. Right. Okay. Dystopia. And sorry, what were the movies? Dystopia. Which movies? Sorry.
¿Cuáles eran las películas? Dystopia y ¿cuál es la otra?
Obsesión.
Obsession and Dystopia.
Station.
Obsession.
Oh,
el papel que interpreta a Dave.
Dave. When you may play Dave.
Yes. Okay, I understand. Sorry.
Well,
that's okay. Obsession was filmed in Italy. So I was in Italy to film Obsession, even though it was an American movie. But the director was an Italian director. So again, the language is sometimes different, you know, sort of. But the Italians are they use their hands, you know, like lots of talking, you know, sort of. They're very expressive people. You understand what they're meaning, and that. Whenever I do a movie with a foreign director, visual communication becomes very important. So that you look at the director a lot more in the eyes. You hear, you sort of see what they say with their face. You understand if he's not happy, if he wants it, changes. You can sometimes see that, and you have to like translate it visually rather than with the language. And I quite enjoy that because it's good. You have to find a way when you're on set. You have to find a way to communicate, you know, sort of, they have to tell you and you have to understand sort of, so that's very good for me. I like doing films with foreign directors. When I did Dystopia isn't a movie, it was a TV show. So it's a different thing. And it was filmed in Virginia in the United States. Again, with Paul Tanter, who did the Santa movie, directed the thing. So it's the same director. So because I work with Paul a lot, it's very easy because I understand what he's probably going to want already and the way that he works. So for me, he's not a new director. He's somebody that I can do some very exciting stuff with because I've done lots of things before with him. So I've done many movies with him. So that makes his directing very easy because I know what he's going to want.
Hey John, pero primero voy a contar un chiste. Let me tell you Joe, Simon, a local Joe. We are from Cúcuta. Cúcuta is a city that is from Colombia and Venezuela. The city that John, and a local joke is that Cúcuta is, the people from Cúcuta is like Italian people because we can speak with the hands a lot. So that's a local joke. Cúcuta are like people from Italia. Ok. John, le decía a Simon que eso tiene que ver con la respuesta. Que, bueno, primero, que Obsession fue una película que se filmó en Italia. Entonces él hablaba de que listo, estaba esa barrera del idioma, pero que gracias a las miradas, gracias a ese lenguaje, pues él logró crear ese personaje a pesar de ser una trama que se hizo en Estados Unidos. Entonces, ahí yo lo veo como el lado de los spaghetti western, ¿no? Que eran grabados en Italia, y que eso le permitió generar mejores vínculos con los directores, así de entenderse. En el caso de Dystopia fue dirigida por la misma persona que hizo Santa, y que ya había trabajado mucho tiempo con él, entonces ya se entendía de mejor manera. Dystopia era un trabajo muy distinto porque es una serie que se hizo. Y bueno, el chiste que le conté es que le dije que los cuteños somos como los italianos porque nos comunicamos mucho con las manos.
Antes de darle la palabra a Joan para así poder culminar la entrevista, no sé si alcance, pero aún así nos conectamos de nuevo. Lo más importante de yo saber es, por ejemplo, de todas las producciones y los roles que ha interpretado, ¿cuál es el que más le ha gustado? ¿Y cuál es el que tiene menos falencia? ¿Ha tenido alguna falencia, pero aún así la ha podido superar?
Okay, a tricky question.
Okay.
What is of all the roles, of all the parts that you had made, what is your favorite? And what is the part that you feel that you got to struggle a lot, but ended up liking it?
It's a very difficult question. Very difficult question because every part is very different. I mean, you know, like sometimes you're Santa Claus, and sometimes you're a time traveler, and sometimes you're in space. So it's very, very difficult. What's the most favorite part, man? Well, I'm in a TV show at the moment called Age of the Living Dead, and I normally, sorry, let me explain. I'm playing a very bad guy. I'm a monster or like an arsehole or somebody very difficult. But in Age of the Living Dead, I'm a father. So I quite liked playing a father because I was still a bad guy, but I was doing it for a very nice reason. So for me, that project was a very good project, and I felt that Paul Tanter and the whole team that created the project, the cast and the writers and everything, did a really good job of putting it together. So I enjoyed that project, and we're filming season 3 at the moment, sort of. So it's for me, it's a good. I like that. I like that character, and that's. I think that's the one I struggle with a lot, but I like it a lot because it's very rewarding. So yeah, that one.
Ok, John, que es una pregunta muy difícil y que el papel que hizo, creo que se llama Ace of the Living Dead, que también es del mismo director de Santa. Fue un papel duro porque generalmente él hace roles de seres malvados y aquí él hace un padre de familia. Entonces, al hacer un padre de familia fue un reto muy grande, pero que ese mismo reto llevó a que sea uno de los papeles que más le guste y que van para una tercera temporada.
Genial. Joan, le doy la palabra.
Simon, quisiera preguntar un poco cómo se regulan los derechos de autor en los contratos por la interpretación, y también quisiera que nos comentara un poco sobre cómo es que se suelen manejar las contrataciones. ¿Es importante tener un agente o usted puede recibir un guión directamente del director y evaluarlo?
Okay, Simon, a tough question. How does it? Okay, let me understand. How is the team of the rights to make the parts, and how is how do they contact you with an agent, or they give you right ahead on the street for you to make it?
For which project? Which projects?
Everyone, yes.
Oh well, every project is different. So I have an agent. You know, all actors have agents. So sometimes it's through an agency, and sometimes if it's a director I already know, like Paul Tanter, we're already in communication with each other. So sometimes we just send each other ideas. I send Paul ideas. Paul sends me ideas for scripts and movies that we would like to make. Or things like this. So sometimes it's like that, and sometimes it's through an agent, and sometimes it's through friends of friends. So sometimes somebody says, "Hey, do you know an actor who's and then they go, yeah, there's a guy Simon. Let me connect you. I will email you both. And sometimes it's like that. Sometimes. So most of my jobs are phone calls from other people that know people that we do. So. That's how it happens. Good to have friends everywhere in the world.
Joan, que bueno, que igual hay también que cada caso es distinto, pero que él tiene un agente, pero generalmente varios trabajos se dan, bueno, con el director de Santa, con Paul, que él ha trabajado varias veces y ya se entienden, o con amigos y amigos, que, recomiéndame un actor, no, aquí está Simon. Entonces, que es bueno tener amigos de diversas partes del mundo.
Exactamente. Él cómo se lleva con los equipos de grabación, es decir, él necesita primero conocerlos o él puede llegar perfectamente al set y actuar como digamos, voy a volverle a formular. Quiero preguntarle si para poder trabajar con el equipo en el set es necesario que lo conozca primero, o él hay veces que llega y tiene que grabar automáticamente y no tiene la aquí.
Okay, Simon. Working with different crews, different teams, how do? You need to know every person. I don't know, the director of photography, the cameraman, or you just go to record and don't need to speed or know the teams or the crews that you're working.
No, I think it's very important to know the team and understand the work that everyone's doing. Because if you understand, let me give you an example. If you have a good relationship with the director of photography, he will tell you what lens that they're using for the shot. If you know what lens they're using, like if it's a close-up shot or it's a wide-away shot, it changes what you do as an actor. Sort of if it's a very close-up shot, you know that you cannot move too much. If it's a very wide shot, you can move a lot. But you have to understand the technical stuff of that stuff. So you have to know about, the sound is the same. How much you say, hey, I'm in this scene, I want to shout. You should communicate with your sound man, because obviously he has to adjust the level for the microphones so that it sounds okay. But it's very, very good way to communicate with people, and you will. It's very important to understand the process and the process is the team. So once you understand what everybody does, and you find a way to be better at your job. Their job is usually to help you give a good performance or give a good, So if you communicate with them and you understand them, they're always going to help you. They want you to be good already, sort of. But if you communicate with them, it's much, much easier. And I think I don't like actors who just ignore the team. They're very difficult to work with. But I think it's much better for actors to communicate, to understand and communicate with all the team members, for sure.
Joan, que para él es importante conocer el trabajo de cada persona en el set, porque por ejemplo, si se habla con el director de fotografía, él sabe que cada lente es distinta, entonces que si usa ciertas lentes no puede mover tanto las manos, y en otras si usa tomas amplias, pues puede moverse. Igual con los ingenieros de sonido, porque sabe si en algunas escenas puede gritar o no. que para él es importante porque sabe que todas las personas que están en el proceso de las películas lo ayudan a una mejor actuación y que no le agradan esos actores que solo van a grabar.
Bueno, Andrés, te doy tu última pregunta.
Okay, Simon, I got the lot to do the last question.
No problem.
Okay, I was reading the titles of all your movies, Bonded by Blood, GBH, Gehenna. It sounds like a metal concert. I don't know. Do you like metal? The directors that you were really love heavy metal. Is action movies and terror movies are the heavy metal of cinema? I don't know.
No, not really. You know, sort of. I don't actually even like scary movies. I don't watch scary movies. They terrify me. But making a scary movie and watching it like another scary movie is different. You know, when you make it, it's not scary. It's easy. It's funny. It's easy. You know, no problem. But when you're watching it, you know, I'm like kind of like I'm terrified. Or kind of like, you know, I'm very So, no, I don't. It's not my favorite movie. I like comedies, you know, like sort of drama comedies. You know, I like those things. I'm a very simple person, but the movies that you know, I'm not the boss. The boss tells me which movies to make.
Ok, yo le preguntaba, bueno, si por los títulos de las películas que parecía un concierto de metal, que si le gustaba el metal y que si el terror y el acción era el metal en el cine. Él decía que en realidad no le gustaba el cine de terror, que lo asusta, pero que hacerlo es un proceso distinto, que es un proceso divertido, pero que cuando él lo ve, él se asusta, y que en realidad le gusta, es una persona más que le gusta comedia y dramas, pero que cada decisión de los directores pues lo lleva a hacer ese tipo de películas.
Muy bien. Antes de culminar con mi pregunta, esa es la finalidad, por ejemplo, saber de su nueva, del guión que escribió y también de la producción que se está estrenando en Wisconsin y todo lo demás. Quisiera que nos comentase un poco sobre California, Stealing Chaplin. ¿Qué trata California? O sea, ¿cuál es esa perspicacia, esos valores de California que puede aprender? ¿Qué podemos aprender de California en Stealing Chaplin? Y cuéntanos un poco más de ella, de esa película.
Okay, I was lying. John has the last question. What are the values that people can learn from California watching Stealing Chaplin? That's the question.
What are the values that they can get? Sorry.
Yes, what we can learn from the city.
Oh, sorry. Yes, so Stealing Chaplin's filmed in Las Vegas, Nevada, not California, but very nearby. But anyway, Stealing Chaplin was a very different movie because it was a comedy, and I don't do comedies very often. I have done maybe one before, but I don't do many comedies. So it was what was good about that was that the script was very good. And sort of the guy that wrote the script is the actor that plays my brother again in the movie. And it was very good because we knew each other as actors and we knew each other. So the important thing there was that, a good script is very important, definitely, because especially when it's a comedy, it needs to be the performance that's important. When you're dressing as Santa, it's action. It doesn't. Sometimes it's a bit easier because you have tools to distract people, but when it's comedy, you don't have any explosions or guns or anything like that. There's just funny dialogue. So yeah, that's what I learned from Stealing Chaplin. I think that the script is very important, and that's what makes Stealing Chaplin a very good movie that people should go and see in cinemas right now.
I live in a small city called San Gil, and that city, they always premiere very strange movies. I hope that movie gets there, and I hope that movie gets here in Cúcuta. We need to watch different movies, man. Okay.
It's true. Very true.
John, que bueno, que Stealing Chaplin no es en California, no es en Las Vegas. Pero que...
No, el personaje es California.
Ok. Bueno, pero igual de una buena respuesta. La respuesta que dio es que Stealing Chaplin es una película muy diferente porque es una comedia. El que escribió el guión es el que hace el papel del hermano, que lo que le enseñó esa película es que en la acción generalmente hay distractores, en la acción generalmente hay elementos que, explosiones y eso, pero en la comedia todo se basa en las actuaciones. Entonces él siente que la película es muy buena porque hay un muy buen guión y que esa es la razón por la que debe ser vista, porque es una comedia que maneja un buen guión. Entonces yo dije al final que pues que yo vivía en una ciudad pequeña donde llegan películas bien raras, que ojalá esa película llegara a esa ciudad y a todas las ciudades de Colombia, porque
Claro,
amo.
dile que me encantó el personaje de California, que eso es a lo que quería llegar.
Simon, sorry that what John was saying is that he loved the character named California. Sorry, was my fault. He loved that character.
Bueno,
Oh, right. Sorry.
No,
I
sorry,
understand.
man, sorry.
no.
No, but great answer, man, great answer.
Bueno, ya culminando, quisiéramos que él nos diera un consejo sobre qué lección de vida podemos aprender cuando estemos en el cine en el extranjero y también un poco cuando alguna vez vayamos a Irlanda. ¿Qué podemos aprender? ¿Qué consejo nos da a nosotros los cineastas independientes?
Okay, Simon, the all three, and myself, Andres, Joan, and John, we are indie filmmakers here. What
Yeah.
are the lessons that we can learn when sometimes we premiere our movies or short films outside, mostly in Ireland, where what we can learn what in Ireland some people would go watch our movies or Colombian movies.
In Ireland, where I'm from, my home.
Yes, where are you from?
Ah, okay. I don't know if so. What it is you know what's very difficult for people is movies that are not in English. So I think there are there are a lot of very cool movies from Colombia. Obviously, you guys make a lot of movies, but you don't necessarily make a lot of movies that travel outside of Colombia. Sort of outside of South America, anyway. Sort of maybe a bit to Spain and so on and so forth, but not to like America or England or Europe. Or Ireland or whatever. So I mean, it's very difficult because I don't want you to make movies in English just for English people. But if you want to appeal to English people, sometimes that's the easiest thing to do. It's very stupid in the world that people won't watch movies with like little subtitles. They just, if it has subtitles, that's it. They lose their mind. And it's very stupid for me because I have been in lots of foreign movies. I was in some foreign movies filmed in Italy, which were all in Italian and stuff like that. And mine was in English, but the whole movie is in Italian. And I enjoy making those movies, and I don't even understand what's going on sometimes. But when I watch the movie, I understand it because I can see the subtitles and everything like that. And people should not be afraid of watching subtitled movies. But sometimes people are stupid, so they don't want to.
That's the rule for cinema.
Hi, Victor. Sorry. Simon. Simon dice que sabe que en Colombia se está haciendo muy buen cine, que tal vez ese cine no se está viendo porque la gente en realidad es estúpida y que tiene que exigir subtítulos, y que él dice que eso le parece muy malo porque él ha trabajado en películas italianas donde su personaje habla en inglés, pero el resto de la película es en italiano, y que él ha disfrutado ese proceso, así no entienda lo que se dice. Entonces dice que lamentablemente él ha tenido que ver como directores de países pues, como Colombia han tenido que hacer películas.
Se cayó.
Buena película por los subtítulos.
Comprendo. Bueno, Víctor, ¿tienes una pregunta para Simon? ¿Quieres saludarlo? Te damos la oportunidad.
Yeah, I wanted to say hi. I had a bit of trouble with my agenda, but here I am. It's really great listening to you, and it's a really interesting view in that. So there was something I wanted to add, like this thing about people being stupid generally, which is the case for the cinema industry nowadays, especially with the industry part.
Yeah.
You see this kind of great blockbusters which do not get to attract a lot of people. This is something I wanted to add, even if Like I was thinking about Blade Runner 2049, which was a massive blockbuster with hundreds of millions of dollars in budget, and yet people didn't want to see it. People, aside from the subtitles, has this trouble watching movies that are long, like almost 3 hours. Is like a trouble for them. You saw this with The Irishman last year. People trying to watch this as a mini series. So I think yeah, the common viewer is used to not, it's kind of eager to watch things with subtitles and also things that are too long. That is also a trouble in the industry.
Yes, I mean for sure, it's a big problem because you know what it is. It's people being stupid. It's just people being stupid because they're like, oh, the movie's 3 hours. I can't. How can I watch it for 3 hours? You're like because we have such a short attention span. Like sort of we want to go on our phones or we want to. I don't know. We're distracted by Facebook or Instagram or I don't know. We're distracted by rubbish. Sort of we don't have the discipline anymore to pay attention to things, and it worries everybody. I think is that people will get dumber. And I've seen some sites. I've seen some streaming sites in America now called QB or something like this. There's a new one, and it shows movies in 15-minute sections. Like, because it doesn't think people can pay attention for any longer than 15 minutes. And you're supposed to watch it on your phone. You don't watch it on the TV, you watch it on your phone. And it's a very stupid idea. And I don't think it will be successful as well. I don't think that people can make movies like that. I think if you have a good script, a good director, good characters, people will engage and watch. All the big successful TV shows, Breaking Bad and everything, they're just good stories and they have good characters and good acting. And then when people see that, they are willing to go, yeah, okay, I'm going to watch this. Like, I'm going to commit my time. It's good. I'm engaged. I like the drama.
Bueno, vale, Simon, aquí yo le comenté respecto a que otro de los problemas del cine, aparte de los subtítulos y cómo la gente se rehúsa a ver cosas con subtítulos, es la duración, y le puse el ejemplo de Blade Runner 2049, que pues es una película que a pesar de ser un blockbuster masivo con cientos de millones de dólares de presupuesto, pues no logró atraer gente y resultó siendo un fracaso, apenas recuperó lo que se invirtió. Y es base que la película era bastante larga y era inconvencional. Entonces Simon aquí me explica que realmente también está de acuerdo conmigo en ese punto, y que me explicó aquí un ejemplo de una especie de aplicación para teléfono que es una idea de ver películas en 15 minutos, así como resumidas, y que le parece algo realmente estúpido, que no cree que eso sea lo que necesite, porque la gente tiene falta de atención, la gente no tiene tiene como déficit de atención y se distraen fácilmente. Entonces, pues también dice esta idea.
Uy, buena pregunta, Víctor. Andrés, dile que yo tengo un chiste a Simon. Referencia de quién va, ¿sí? Entonces un capítulo de Simon A. It's California, Stealing Chaplin.
Okay, Simon, I understand, but John tell you a joke, okay? That because you mentioned Breaking Bad, that
Yes.
there's
Hay
an
un
episode.
capítulo que es Say my name, di mi nombre.
He says that you say that because there's an episode called Say My Name, and so when I say my name, you will say I am California Stealing Chaplin. Okay, so let's do it.
I'm California Stealing Chaplin.
Yes. So John, que él diga eso, que
No, sino que me acordé sobre Breaking Bad, como hay un capítulo que es di mi nombre, entonces uno piensa.
Simon, don't worry, you don't have to say that, but John remembered that episode, and so he thought that would be funny that in that episode, say my name, you will say, I'm California, Steven Chaplin.
Now that we have spoken about that, Breaking Bad, talking about TV shows, I also remember that it's kind of curious how people is eager to watch things that are long, like let's say The Irishman or something like that. And I saw this commentary by Alejandro Jodorowsky about his movie Dune, the one he never got to make. Well, he said that he was planning to do, he had this massive idea that would have been like Star Wars before Star Wars. And he said that the movie would be like 70 hours long. And he said that he was going to do his movie. And he said he was curious that people nowadays watch TV shows that are longer than that, and they binge watch it, so they continue and they spend time on it, but yet they don't want to watch a movie which is as long as a TV series.
Well, they want to watch TV shows that are longer than that, but the TV show episodes are shorter. So it's that, there are like Breaking Bad is like a big movie basically, but it's broken up into hour episode or 45-minute episodes. So because people don't have to watch 10 hours all at the same time, they feel better about it. Now, what's silly about that is that they do watch 10 hours. Somebody will sit and they will watch the whole season in one day, but they don't have to, you see, sort of. Whereas with the Irishman or something like that, they kind of feel like they can't leave. They can't just watch one more episode. They have the whole thing or nothing. And that's it's silly. I think if you make something good, it shouldn't matter how long it is. But people are stupid.
Yeah. Ok, aquí Simon, yo le comenté el ejemplo de Alejandro Jodorowsky, que hablando de la película esta de Dune que nunca logró hacer, el tipo decía que quería hacer una película de 17 horas y que le parecía gracioso que la gente no quiere ver una película tan larga, pero aún así se sientan a ver televisión durante 10 horas seguidas en una serie y pasan esa cantidad de tiempo. Entonces él me explica que bueno, que igualmente también está el hecho de que los episodios, al ser más cortos, al estar divididos en 45, en una hora, pues la gente siente que puede pasar esa cantidad de tiempo y no tiene que quedarse como tal. O sea, como una película uno siente que no puede irse, pero con un episodio de televisión sí.
Perfecto, Víctor, muchas gracias. Bien, Andrés, ya despedimos. Hay personas que dicen que quieren que Simon les salude, que es, por ejemplo, Mike Ferguson. Ferguson, lo que me escribió es lo siguiente, para que se le diga a Simon. Simon, muchas gracias por ver un poco sobre mis proyectos y espero algún día trabajar contigo. Que saludes de Mike Ferguson.
Okay, Simon, Mike Ferguson, he wants you to say hi because Mike told us that he's very grateful with you for watching their projects, and he really admires you. So he wants you to say hi to Mike Ferguson, please.
Oh, well, hello, Mike Ferguson. Yes, it's a pleasure. Thank you for watching. Thank you for paying attention. Thank you for not being one of those people that doesn't watch.
Les saluda. Y les saluda también el Sacroprofano, que si les puede enviar un saludo.
Okay. And if you can say hi to El Sacroprofano, to Joan Ascanio.
Jesus, say that name again. How do you say the name?
In English, is the Sacroprofane. The Sacroprofane.
Sacroprofo?
Yeah, profane.
Oh, okay. Hello, Sacroprofo. I'm Simon Phillips, and thank you for watching.
Bien, mostramos ya para despedirnos con esto. No sé si se alcance a ver.
No veo nada.
Bueno,
quita el fondo virtual,
dice,
quita el fondo virtual para...
Fondo virtual.
Dice, what's up for Stealing Chaplin? Numeral, Weary, California.
Pero quita el fondo y se ve. Quita el fondo virtual.
Vale, ya lo quito.
Technical issues, Simon, technical issues.
Okay, no problem.
Bueno, no sé si ya se...
No se ha quitado, John.
Lástima que no se vea.
Oh, too bad.
Bueno, no sé si... Bueno, diré que es, todos apoyamos a Stanley Chaplin. Todos somos California.
Oh, Simon, in a paper he wrote, we all support Stealing Chaplin. We all support Stealing Chaplin. We are all California.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.
Gracias.
I love you for Stealing Chaplin, and this has been a lot of fun. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Muchas gracias, Simon, por la oportunidad. Muchos éxitos, sobre todo en todos los proyectos que se vengan, y gracias por acompañarnos en esta entrevista, y pronto te etiquetaremos.
Okay, Simon, thank you so much. We wish you the best in every project. We will tag you, okay, for this video, this interview, and man,
Perfect.
to meet you.
Thank you so much, guys. Listen, I hope that we talk again.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope
Well,
so. Too.
We
It
hope
was
so.
great.
Thank you, Sam.
You know, in this short time, I kind of had issues with my agenda, so sorry about that. But it was great this short time we could spend.
Thank you very much, guys. This is
Dile
a
que
great
con una foto,
and
para capturar una foto.
Last one. Give us a moment because we need to take a photo.
Así.
oh,
Sí.
for sure.
Do that. Yeah.
Perfecto.
Listo. Okay.
Gracias, Simon. Muchas
Very
gracias.
chance, Simon.
Que pase una excelente noche.
Have a great night, man.
Thank you very much, guys. I'll talk to you all soon, I hope.
Que espero vernos de nuevo. Chao.
Bye.